you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you. Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Yoo-hoo! My apologies!
Ad Astra Abyssosque. How can the Adventurers Guild help you today?
a while since we last came to see you. Got any exciting commissions?
Things have been rather quiet in Not Cry lately. The commissions currently on our books are all very routine. That being said, the Frostmoon Scions are preparing to host some sort of event. They've approached us with quite a number of requests for supplies. Apparently, it's going to be quite a large gathering.
The Frostmoon Scions? Well, it can't be another Moon Prayer Night. Do they have some other big festival that Paimon doesn't know about?
I heard it's a friendly sparring competition for animal friends. Something called the Spirit Envoy Championship. That's right. The Frostmoon Scions have always advocated coexistence with nature, encouraging their followers to build positive relationships with the beasts of the wild. At the same time, to ensure their animal friends build the strength to withstand hardship and disasters, they put select animals with whom they share a special bond through a unique sort of training. The Spirit Envoy Championship is designed to find the strongest human-animal pair by means of friendly sparring. In previous years, the competition was restricted to the Frostmoon Scions only, but this year, participants from all over Teyvat are invited to join. I understand that the Frostmoon Scions have even prepared a generous prize for the winner.
Ooh, does that mean we can join too? What? To fight?
While you two certainly share a remarkably deep bond, I believe that would be against the rules. Apparently, in a previous competition, someone entered an extremely rare and powerful partner. After this, the rules were clarified to state that only common animal species and their variants can—
Ah, what a shame, huh? Paimon would... Anyway, who else do we know who might want to take part?
If you're unsure of what to do, why not ask—
Advisors? Since when?
The Guild has always had a team of advisors on hand to assist our fleet. Of course, few of them would be qualified to assist such world-renowned adventurers as yourselves. But as luck would have it, one of our top advisors has recently returned. Her expertise is varied and broad, and she often gives lectures at Speranza. If you have any questions—
She sounds impressive. But you're right, Catherine. It would take a lot to teach us something new. Let's go put this mystery adventure advisor to the test.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, we can make a little extra by selling their wool.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, we can make a little extra by selling.
Error.
What was that? I just need a moment to quickly take down some notes. The windmills are spinning faster than you. Once I came to understand more about this
Absorption test! Stay clear!
doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. I want to help. My experiment will succeed.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of
A
life.
blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Everything here is good enough for me.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Rebooting.
This land holds nothing but
A
promise for
blade
adventurers
embraces
from all
its
walks of
duty,
life.
as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Everything here is good enough get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, I can make a little extra by selling their wool.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life.
Alpacas.
Wouldn't you agree?
Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, I can make a little extra by selling their wool.
Rebooting.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Promise for adventurers from all walks of life.
Get me some alpacas.
Wouldn't you agree?
Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, I can make a little extra by selling their wool.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, I can make a little extra by selling their wool.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Everything here is good enough for me. I better get me some alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, I can make a little extra by selling their wool. Everything here is good enough for me.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all
A
walks of
blade
life.
embraces its
Wouldn't
duty,
you agree?
as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
I better get me some
Rebooting.
alpacas. Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, I can make a little extra by selling them. Everything here is good enough.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Once they've hauled everything over to Snezhnaya, make a little extra by selling their wool.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
Everything here is good enough for me. I better get me some alpacas. Once
So this is a day in the life of the traveler.
This land holds
I'm
nothing
learning
but
more about
promise
you
for
all the time.
adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree?
All right then. Next, let's go over some more tips for adventuring in Nodcry. If you found yourself getting hungry in the wild, what are some things you could eat?
That's easy. Lacca berries, midsummer berries. There's loads of options.
Correct! 10 points to you! Oh. That must be who Catherine was talking about. She looks pretty young for an advisor, though. How knowledgeable can she really be?
But there are plenty of places where berries don't grow, right? What should we be looking for in those places, Miss Linnea?
Good question. I'm glad you asked. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about next. Does everyone recognize this mushroom?
Based on the color... This is an edible one, right? Doesn't look poisonous to me.
Wrong answer. This here is a brown-capped mushroom. It looks harmless enough, but eating it will give you hallucination. An unsuspecting adventurer once used a handful of these to make a pot of mushroom soup. Next thing you know, he was trying to foxtrot with the wild hunt. Luckily, he was spotted by a fisherman passing by who managed to save his life. But it was a close...
That sounds so dangerous.
You bet! Adventuring in the wild is no joke. All right, on to the next. Does anyone recognize this plant? Can you...
Isn't that a winter ice-lee leaf?
They say that the King of Winter Isley and the King of Midsummer Oak are sworn enemies. If Midsummer berries are sweet and delicious, I guess Winter Isley leaves must be horribly bitter.
Paimon knows the answer to this one. Winter isley leaves might not taste good in food, but you can brew a nice tea with...
Huh.
At the flagship. Once when Paimon was eating some yummy food there, Dimyon met... Who are... it looks like we have an expert attending our Q&A session today. Well, I hope you're ready for the next question. Bring it on! Every adventurer knows to pack a compass and a map before heading into the wilderness. But where would you go to buy... Listen up, everyone! The answer is... Oh, really? But I hear Mimas Brunner Books sells them too, and at a very low price. Paimon's done her research! The boss of that place tries to pass off cheap knockoffs as the real deal! Well said! But even with a high-quality map and compass, the wild can still be a dangerous place. What should you do if you're being chased by a monster you can't fight off? Correct! Although the Ratniki's main duty is to deal with the wild hunt. You can always ask them for help if you run into serious trouble. While we're on the subject, some adventurers have found they can use the territorial nature of radiant beasts to their advantage. Lure a monster into their territory, and they will fight each other instead of you. I wouldn't recommend doing this, though, as you may instead find yourself fighting two enemies instead of... Final question. This is an important one.
Which place in Notcry is an absolute must-visit for travelers from abroad?
Oh, that's a tough choice. There's the Frostmoon Enclave, Star Sand Shoal, Blue Amber Lake. They're all...
In truth, there's no right answer to this question. But if you ask me, the place most worth visiting is right here, Speranza. Why? Simple. This was once my home. So this final question was more like a little bit of shameless self-promotion. You can get delicious Notcry hot dogs and Lackaberry Madams. And if you're not too hungry, just order a slice of midsummer tort. And listen to the entertaining rumors the children like to tell. That's it for today's lecture. Tomorrow, I'll be heading to the Frostmoon Enclave to take part in a competition. If you have any questions, you can ask at the Adventurers Guild, where the... I haven't met many adventurers who can keep up with me. Consider me impressed.
Likewise! You really know your stuff! One would expect... Advisor? Huh? What's the deal? Don't get so close! Traveler, there's something wrong with her!
Actually, I was going to... Your little friend is so clever and cute. I love how she flies around, too. Can I pet her?
Whoa! Stay back!
Don't be afraid. I'm not gonna hurt you. Come on, come here. I'm sorry. I got a little bit carried away again. My name's Linnea. I'm an advisor working for the Adventurers Guild. And I promise you, I am not some sort of weirdo. Let me make it up to you. You want something to eat? Here, try some midsummer tort. It's delicious.
Phew! You gave Paimon a fright. Paimon's never met someone so, how to put this, enthusiastic as you.
I was fighting to keep a lid on my curiosity during class, but then I just lost control. Anyway, let's get this back on track. Could you tell me your story? How did you two meet? What? You fished this little cutie out... can you tell me where? A visit to that beach is going right to the top of my bucket.
You'd be wasting your time. Paimon is one of a kind. You could sit on that beach for 100 years, but you'd still come away...
Is that right? What a pity.
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot why we came here. We were thinking of taking part in the Spirit Envoy Championship ourselves. Catherine, let Paimon guess. Is that your partner there? Oh.
Yep, her name is Lumi. She's my trusty assistant.
Hey there! Yahoo!
Have you two ever ventured north of Notcry?
Not yet. Wait, so you're saying Lumi comes from the northern tundra?
Pretty much. There are 6 types of fae commonly found in the tundra. Lumi here is a Jack Frost.
That's Jack Frost? Interesting name choice. She doesn't exactly look very frosty.
An excellent observation. In fact, Lumi is no ordinary Jack. The first time I met her, she was wearing this weird cardboard outfit with ugly splotches of paint on it, as if she was trying to disguise herself as a regular Jack Frost. I stayed and watched her for a while, and I discovered that some other mean Jack Frosts were ganging up, and Lumi couldn't fight them. She had nowhere else to go, so she found an old cardboard box, painted it blue, and put... Whenever she was discovered, she'd get beaten up, and the rest of the time she lived in constant fear.
What a story! Oh, poor Lumi.
As for why Lumi is so different from other Jack Frosts, I'm still looking into that. I'm thinking it's either a mutation or an atavism. Or maybe some sort of curse? Hopefully I'll find the answer one day. But either way, we're best friends for life. Nothing can change this. Speaking of which, given how long it can take to build a strong bond with another creature, if you're serious about entering the competition, my advice is to pick an animal friend that you're already pretty close with. Otherwise,
An animal friend I'm close with. Actually, we're kind of spoiled for choice on this one. Who do you think would be the best? Huh? Aguara? What are you doing here?
oh, neat! A Notlanese Tapetlosaur! Oh, he seems to really like you guys. I'm sure he'll make a great partner.
Huh? Oh, look at them! Fast friends!
They both seem pretty sociable. No wonder they get along so well. Well then, there's no time to lose. Let's go get you.
Whoa! Paimon wasn't expecting this.
Traveler, Paimon! What a nice Oh, and Professor Linnea is here too! Are you
Yep.
Feels like we haven't seen you in ages, Moalani.
through her work with the Adventurers Guild? She was in Natland not long ago. She knows so much that we took to calling her Professor. Speaking of which, you never answered my question. If a Kaholosaurus and a Kukasaurus got together, would their babies be able to fly in the sky and dive underwater? 'Cause that would make a pretty awesome sort.
That's almost certainly impossible. They're completely different species.
Ah, well, that's too bad. Hear that, Mamala? Guess I can't do any matchmaking for you in the
So, you have a thing for Kukusaurs?
Oh! I was wondering what all the commotion was.
Ito, what the heck? Either Paimon's seeing things or you're not here for the competition too, are you?
Why else would I be here? Cost me an arm and a leg to get a boat all the way to...
It's not Cry.
Hey there, I'm Mualani. Are you a friend of the Traveler and Paimon
I sure am. Nice to meet you. The name's Arataki Beetle Gladiator Ito, head honcho of the world-famous Arataki Gang of Inu.
That's quite a mouthful. Wait, did he say Arataki Gang?
Just call him Arataki Ito. This guy's a bona fide buffoon.
Hey, who you calling a buffoon, you...
Flying lavender melon. Wait, so you're some sort of mutated lavender melon?
Paimon's not a mutated melon. Or any kind of melon. How could a...
Yeah, about that. Well, unfortunately, the gang only had the funds to send their main man this time, but don't sweat it. Once I snag that championship title, I'll use...
Shinobu. Oh! I remember now. Kuki Shinobu, right? Shin's the art before.
Huh? No. You've met my deputy?
She stopped by the Flower Feather clan recently to take the flying trial. Chaska said she was a natural. Hold on. If she's that good and she's only the deputy, you must be way stronger than I imagined. Look sharp, Mamala. We're in for a tough competition.
That's right. Bring it on. I'm looking. Word is that the early birds get the best draws. You snooze, you lose.
Wait, is he serious? Mamala, we'd better hurry.
No, that's complete nonsense. Shall we?
Hey, Traveler, have you noticed? There's loads of other people we know here, too. Why don't we go say hi before we register? Yehoda! Here for... Yehoda?
Oh, have you know, don't you know? This isn't my first Spirit Envoy Championship. Uh-huh. Although, there were no anywhere near as many contestants.
Whoa! That's amazing!
This is the biggest turnout we've ever...
I've made all the necessary.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Thank you all for your support.
Thank you all for due to the high number of participants. A preliminary qualifying round will be held to determine which 16 contestants will progress to the Please also note that there are 2 arenas, which will be randomly assigned after the draw.
Where do we go to draw lots?
Right here. After registration closes tomorrow.
Lumi, Aguara, how you doing? Nervous?
Yeah.
Great, that's this.
Who do you think our first opponent is gonna be? Oh, Paimon hopes they aren't too strong. Oh, the results of the draw are out. Aratagi numero uno Ito? Ah! We literally just managed to get rid of him, and now you have to face him in the arena? Well, either way, it never pays to underestimate your opponent, okay?
Ah, I see you've been assigned to Arena 1. I'm in Arena 2. Guess I'll see you after the match. Good luck!
We won't!
Welcome, The contestants for this match are the Traveler and her partner Aguara versus Arataki numero uno Ito and his partner Crimson Staff.
Well, this has come sooner than expected. I was hoping to face you further into the competition. Go Crimson Staff!
You can do it, Aguara! You show that beetle who's boss!
Great energy from both contestants. Now, without further ado, let them.
got some moves. I'll give you that. But it's gonna take more than that to defeat Ito. The Ito! It's time to unleash our show-stopping killer combo move. Crimson Staff. Look, I wanted to kit you out with mecha armor, but you need to bulk up. Ushi, you and me have crushed countless foes in our time. Now, with the three of us together, finish them!
Time out! The bull. Ushi, was it?
Yeah? Is there...
Arataki Ito is disqualified for fielding an additional animal companion. The Traveler and Aguara are the winner.
Huh?
It's one animal per contestant. That's the rule. But
me, Crimson Staff, and Ushi are one. We should only count as one contestant.
Sheesh, that was a close call. But you made it through the qualifiers. Paimon wonders how Linnea's doing. Let's hit Dodge left, Lumi! Yeah?
How did you know I was gonna...
Now counterattack! Ah! Looking good!
Ignorance really is bliss, isn't it?
And it's all over. We have a win. Congratulations.
I can't believe it.
Good job, Lumi. Traveler, Paimon! We won too!
Thanks, that means a lot. I don't know how to explain. It's almost like Come on, let's head to Speranza.
Hooray! It's your own fault for not
Ushi, Crimson Staff, are you guys trying to cheer me up? Well, don't you worry. We'll come back stronger than ever next time, and I'll lead us to a glorious victory, fair and square! Anyway, seeing as we came all this way, I think a little sightseeing is in order, huh? Let's go get ourselves a taste of Crod Cry culture!
Seriously? Again, it's not cry!
Well... Hey, the lavender...
No way! If you want Mora, go earn it like everyone else!
Fine. Don't...
May I take...
Turns out I'm treating a friend today, so I'd like to order...
Oh. I take it you're...
That's right. Tell the chef to sharpen his knife.
Is that a reference to something?
Yeah. The Hidden Hero. It's a novel my best friend Halka sent from Liyue. There's the chef, and he fights the bad guys with a kitchen knife. It's really cool. It's her favorite part of the book. She's always nagging Linnea to act it out with her. Psst. Linnea! Do you think Chef Yerva could be a hero in disguise too?
Oh, I think it's definitely possible.
Not a chance, I'm afraid. Evening, everyone!
Why don't you choose for us? I'm treating a friend today. We're celebrating our 6th...
Sure thing! I'll rustle up a few of my specialty...
Hello? I'm ready to...
Be right there. I gotta go. Let's play again soon, Linnea.
You seem to get along really well with everyone here.
Yes. After my parents departed, I came to live here with my friends in the conch gang. like that. They're still alive and well. They just don't live around here anymore. Come to think of it, I haven't told you my story yet. I guess you'll have noticed the wings on my head by now. They're proof that I'm not human.
Yeah! Paimon noticed those.
Sure. Well, it's a story that starts a long, long time ago. When I was just a kid, my wings were barely noticeable. They looked just like two little cow. No one suspected there was anything unusual about me at first. Not even Mom and Dad. They were too busy to notice. But I always had this strange feeling I couldn't explain. Like I knew that all these little ways I was different from my friends couldn't just be a coincidence. Then, I was a little bit older, I read this story in a book of folktales. It was about changelings.
Changelings?
The story goes that some of the Snowland Fae will secretly switch their own child with a human baby, leaving their offspring to be raised by humans, while taking the human child for themselves. I know, right? The way the stories are written, it sounds like something parents make up to scare naughty kids. If you don't behave, the Fae will take you away and leave a better behaved child in your place. It's so obviously I didn't take it seriously at first. But then as I grew older, I mean, just look at the crystals on my skin. No humans have those. It's a dead giveaway.
So, you're really a changeling, huh?
Bear with me, I'm getting to that. At first, I wanted to hide it from them, but eventually I plucked up the courage to tell them. I figured, even when we're scared and uncertain, it's important to face the truth head on. They were stunned, of course. It took them a while to accept it, but after the truth had sunk in, Dad sat me down and told me they'd decided to head north and look for their child that was taken. They're really good people, though. Not only did they raise me for all those years, but they left me. After that, I grew up with my friends in the conch gang.
Food's ready! Talking about old times again?
Yeah, it just sort of came up in conversation. Whoa, what's all this? You've cooked up a real feast, Yerva.
Well, you did say you were treating a friend.
Oh, boss? Linnea was your boss?
Hey, what kind of a reaction is that?
Linnea's been a fountain of knowledge ever since she was a kid. She always speaks with such authority, but the conch gang's only for children.
I've always found the logic behind that title.
We'll all be long gone from the conch gang by that point. As far as we're concerned, there's only one person that we'll ever think of as our old boss.
Oh, that's really touching.
Well, if it means that much, maybe you could leave a 2,000 more a tip? Much appreciated.
Sure thing. I'll go one better and give you 3,000. But just...
Oh.
What are you saving up for, Linnea? I have big plans. I want to buy a huge ship for scientific research, then take my friends on a voyage of discovery to explore all the mysteries. I want to sail to all the other nations, hear the heartbeat of the jungle, the whispers of the wind. Of course, there are other questions I hope to get answers to along the way. Well, when I was much younger, I used to hear these strange lullabies as I was drifting off to go, child of the Fae. Make your way to the villages and towns and seek kinship with the humans. The world of the Fae is rife with a song. They were sung in the tongue of the Fae by kind, warm voices. I can't explain why, but somehow I knew that they didn't want me chasing after my ord. Still, I did visit the tundra once when I was a little older to see if... It's odd. That place is supposed to be my home, but it feels like I'm unwelcome there. Could it simply be because I'm a bird fae, so I prefer a war? Something tells me there's gotta be more to it than that. The less I know about something, the more curious I am. One day, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. But enough about that. We're supposed to be celebrating our victories! Cheers!
Cheers! Paimon...
I'm stuffed.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah?
they're very evenly matched. It's strange. When I was battling you, I couldn't seem to get into the zone. I had no way to predict your next... Hey, I'm curious. Why does Aguara have a ribbon tied around his tail? And how did you...
Now that's a long story.
What an incredible adventure! Someday, I want to go on an adventure of my own. Show Lumi every corner of the world. You're excited too, huh, Lumi? But most importantly, we have to figure out who you are and where you came from. Maybe then you won't feel lonely anymore. It's about time we all got some rest. I'll see you at the arena. Wait, no, forget I said it. I should go before I jinx it. Lumi!
See you tomorrow.
You're welcome. Bye.
Phew. Let's head back to the flagship and get some sleep. Paimon's eyes are starting to droop.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
You're not here looking for work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
You're not here looking for work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
For work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can. You're not here looking for work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can.
Boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
You're not here looking for work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can. You're not here looking for work, are you? Heed my words and get out while you still can.
Oh, waiter! Come here and taste this wild berry trail! It's much too sour and has a bitter aftertaste. I want
Please don't shout. I think you've had too much to drink.
too much to drink! I'm perfectly sober, thank you. Now you better give me this.
Otherwise, what?
Huh? Who the heck are you?
Oh, I'll tell you who the heck I am. The name's Arataki. Thanks for waiting, mucho apreciado. Ito!
Hinoni.
Nice work, Ito. Keep this up and we might just have to double your bonus at the end of the month. Don't you worry about a thing. As long as Ito's around, consider this establishment protected.
A drink?
Morning! Oh, is that the time? The draw's about to start! Come on, we gotta get moving!
It's so noisy here. Back in my day, we'd...
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
These are bounties.
Here's the... Let's see. Your next opponent is... Linnea. Oh, that name... Oh, yeah! Paimon remembers now. Who do you think she's gonna partner up with for the... Come on, let's go see him.
Welcome, one and all. Our contestants for this match are the Trap.
Hey, Golden Comet and Silver Companion. Good to see you again. This'll be our first proper rematch since the Neela Paula Cup. I brought my old Sumpter Beast with me this time. Looks like you're partnering with a new companion too. Let's see who wins this time around. You're even tougher than last. But you know what? Sumpter beasts are renowned for their endurance. It's their refusal to give up that allows them to traverse huge rainforests and deserts. And when they charge full speed, they kick up enough dust to blot out the sky. Send 'em flying, Fluffy the Flower King!
Watch out!
What? Looks like this isn't good.
Contestants, please have your animal companions return to the arena immediately.
Oh no! Come!
the Traveler and Agua...
Oh, what a shame. You were so... Even with the new partner, you're still as tough as they come. Well, since you defeated me, you better go all the way.
All right, we're through to the quarterfinals. Let Paimon take a look. Next up is... Oh, so we have to fight that big Holosaur next? Hey, Paimon noticed something when we were drawing lots. Most of the contestants have given their animal companion a cool title. Shall we come up with one for Aguara, too? Well, Aguara seems...
Are you after a fierce cop joining us to kick...
How you feeling today, Mom? That's the spirit! Now let's get out there and show these not-cry folks what the people of the Springs are all about! tough cookie. I thought this would be... All right, get up close and let's settle this. Jump, Mamala! Get... Saw that one coming a mile away! Gepetlosaurs might have the advantage on land, but it's a different story in the... Mamala! Finish him off!
Mamala has lost the strength to fight on. The Traveler and Aguara are the winners!
Seriously? Gotta hand it to you, Aguara. You are... Hey, you're strong too, Mamala. Keep it up, Aguara. I want to see you take down even more opponents. I'll leave you guys to it. Cheer up, Mamala. How about I take...
Wow! That was a nail-biting match! Anyway, Linnea!
It sure is. Want to take a guess who?
Judging by the smile on your face, I'm
Correct! I was about to go watch the other matches. The next one's a pretty big deal. Someone called Seleno versus the reigning champion.
Ooh! We have to watch that! You hold
Perfect. Well... What the? Seleno's companion is a radiant blade horn? Those things are extremely hostile. Technically speaking, radiant blade horns are classed as monsters. But they are beasts of the wild, and they're not exactly uncommon. It's not against the rules, but still, it's gonna be a really hard one to beat.
Go for it, Yehoda! You got this!
Ignorance really is bliss, but it won't last forever.
Do you think speed alone will stop me from catching you?
How about you run around and find out? Reed Miller the 13th. Run that thing ragged and then...
Behind you, on the right.
Reed! Her reaction time is incredible. It's almost as... She can read her opponent's...
Dodge left, Lumi!
Thanks, that means a lot. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes it feels like I can predict my opponent's next move.
Keep it together, Reed! Jump!
He's trying to jump on your back, Hemus. Use your wind blades to slow him down.
He's too powerful! We've gotta go for a knockout blow! Charge your lightning, Reed! Then blast him with all you've got!
Deflect it back, Hemus. That was close, but the outcome is all that matters.
Reed Miller the 13th has lost the strength to fight on. Celino and Hemus are the winners!
Those wings! Wait! Who are you? And why do you... why you have...
I've been through this moment so many times in my head. Imagining I thought it would bring me joy. But I guess not. You're better off with the life you have, Linnea.
My head! Don't go! Wait! Linnea! Oh, what happened? Why did Linnea... Oh, we gotta find her somewhere to lie down!
What happened?
She's breathing normally. No obstruction of the airways. She just...
Oh, that's a relief.
My pleasure. If she has any more trouble, just...
Will do. Oh, Linnea.
Good morning! Huh? Lumi? Lumi! How strange. Where could she be? I wonder how long I was out for. Well, I'd better take a look. There you are! Come on, say something. Why do you look so anxious?
Looks like our contestants and their... On the one side, we have Linnea and her partner...
Wait, how is it the semifinals already? Also, how did I even get here? I don't Oh, I get it.
You can do it, old boss.
Even if this is a dream, I can't let my supporters down. We're up, Lumi. Let's show them what...
What a spectacular duel! But Lumi has lost the...
Huh? What's going on? They're saying this dream sucks. I wanna... I've heard that if you try really hard to open your eyes, you can force your... Did it work? Guess not. Huh? Is Dream me writing a diary? My Adventurers Guild salary alone will never be enough to finance a research vessel. It seems my only option is to take up adventuring full-time. A research vessel? Looks like Dream Me is working hard toward my goal. But the cost is just astronomical. It could take a whole lifetime to save up for. Day 1. Got beaten up by monsters. Day 5. Ran for my life with Lumi. Turns out I'm getting faster. Day 20. Asked a merchant about prices. Ships cost a fortune. But I can worry about that later. Right now, it's time for a proper meal. I'm starving. Day 72. Found a huge abandoned treasure chest. Find her. Happy adventure anniversary to me! 1 year in. And still nowhere near rich enough to afford a ship. Almost got scammed! Note to self, secondhand ships aren't to be trusted. Good job I was wary and checked it over thoroughly before committing. You really do get what you pay for. Finally beat that pesky thing. Hoping the materials I gathered recently will fetch a good price. The diary ends here. Hold on. A deed for the purchase of a large ship. And I've signed it! Could it be? A dream come true! The Golden Beagle! What a wonderful dream! The ship gently swaying as it carries me to a faraway land. Oh, what a feeling! Let me check the chart. Next stop, Guyan Stone Forest. That place is steeped in myths and stories. From there, it's on to Dragonspine. Wow, a snow-capped mountain! I've always wanted to visit. What's... Clearwater Jade? Pretty sure this can only be found in It looks like this ship has sailed to many places already. Makes sense. As soon as I buy my research vessel, I'll be off and away to voyage non-stop.
Linnea! You've been really down the last couple of days. What's up? You're not... I've left your lunch by the door. Make sure to get some good rest.
Where am I now? Ugh, I feel so sore and is this some sort of lucid dream? Clearwater jade. Didn't I see this on the ship? And these books? How did they end up in this cave?
How could this happen?
Lumi. Hey! Don't be scared. I'm right here.
We're never getting back, are we? We're done for. It's all over.
What? I thought I was on the ship. The Golden Beagle? But why? It's just a dream, though, right? Come on. It's been many long years since the Golden Beagle sank. The diary again. How long is this terrible... I'd love to say I'm over it now, but the truth is it still gets me down sometimes. It's like there's a heavy stone that's blocked. Maybe a walk in the courtyard will take my mind off things. Besides, my sister should be here soon. I can wait for her up. Sister? Who am I talking about? So many dreams, one after the other. My brain can barely process it all.
Linnea!
Huh? That...
Over here. Did you get my letter, Linnea? I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Come back to the tundra with me, so we can be with Mom and Dad.
Selena? Mom and Dad?
This is the natural circle of life. We don't live that much longer than humans. I can't pretend I'm not. But at the same time, I wonder how an ordinary person would react to hearing this news. At the very least, they wouldn't have to endure this after all. Remember when you passed out during that competition? You saw it all as you lay there, unconscious. At the time, you thought it was just a dream.
What is she talking about? No. This can't be true.
I understand how you feel. One moment you're gazing into the future from the past. The next, you're there. Looking, time flies. One day, we too will grow old. Is it even possible to live a life without regrets?
A long, long time ago, my friends and I talked about our dreams. Mine was to buy a research vessel. My entire life is recorded in these pages. Whoever you are, I entrust the task of filling those blank pages to you. The end of my time grows near, and I can no longer travel. This vision, yet at the same time, so real. The end of life. So this is what death feels like. I still feel some faint sensations in my stiffening body, but I can't so much as move a finger. As the warmth flows out of me, I feel no pain. Just the emptiness that remains after everything else has slipped away. So it wasn't a dream.
Oh, Linnea, you're awake! Oh, you were out for a long time. Linnea!
What time is it?
It's evening. And it's the day after the quarterfinal. We were watching the match between Seleno and Yehoda when you ran over and grabbed Seleno's arm.
So many things came flooding into my head, one after another. The end of the competition, things from my future. Even the very end of my life, when I finally had to bid farewell to the world. Some moments were joyful, others painful. All of it felt so real. I don't know how to describe it, but it was terrifying.
Good point. Out right after. Plus, she said a load of cryptic-sounding stuff. Still, is it really a good idea to go looking for her?
Do you remember when we were at Speranza and I told you guys about my childhood? I wasn't a very cheerful kid, nor was I all that brave. Before I knew what might happen once I told them. I desperately hoped they'd say, Linnea, even if you aren't our child, we still love you. But I knew that was impossible. Their own human child was out there somewhere, as were my Fae parents. Our family was a lie. So, even though I was terrified, and even though I knew I did what I thought was right. I knew things might not turn out how I hoped, but I wasn't going back.
Oh, Linnea.
I'm now realizing that I have no idea where she is. Oh, don't tell me I have to wait until the next round of the competition.
Huh? Aguara, do you know?
Do you remember Seleno's scent? That's amazing! You're the best, Aggie. All right. I think I'm about ready.
The flagship? What are we doing here? After all that, Seleno's staying in the room right next to ours? No wonder Aguara...
Is anyone there? You're sure this is the right room? Seleno, I know you're in there. Seleno,
I'm not here.
R2?
Am not. Quit bothering me.
Not a chance. If you don't open the door, I'll be waiting right here outside until you change. I have so many questions to ask you. Can you at least answer this one? Open the door!
All right.
That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Take a seat. Just to be clear, I wasn't expecting visitors. So curiosity is a dangerous trait, Linnea.
You sure about that? Because if I hadn't come here, I'd be regretting it already. Will you please answer me now? Why do we have the same wings on our heads? Why did I pass out when I touched you?
Visions of your future? Of course not. Linnea, you're an avid student of the natural world.
The Vila, Domovoy, Leshy, Volkodlok, Snegovic, and Jackfrost.
Right. Well, there are many less common varieties, too. The legendary Lantern Fae, the Sirens with their lilting songs, and us, the Augury Birds. We foretell both disaster and delight, gazing upon the past dawn and future.
I've never heard of an augury bird before, or the poem you just recited.
That's hardly a surprise. You can count the number of augury birds alive today on one hand. And that includes...
So it's true then. We really are family.
Family. Augury birds are born with a peculiar ability. We can see crossroads in the flow of fate. Immutable future events that all paths...
Are you talking about prophecies?
Doesn't surprise me. Humanity has many ways of observing fate. We can only see our own fates. If a friend wants to know their future, or someone is concerned about the destiny of the world, we're powerless to... But the way it feels to witness your own fate... I trust you understand by now.
It certainly wasn't fun. Those prophecies brought a flood of emotions with them. From excitement to frustration to I had a goal in life. And before I even had the chance...
Wait till you've tried to defy fate and found how...
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable... I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the future is nothing more for him than slowly crush...
When you know every joy and every sorrow you'll ever experience, and there's nothing you can do to change it. Generation after generation of augury birds lived with this burden. If an augury bird is set far from the Fae to grow up among humans, the awakening of their prophetic abilities can be delayed.
So that's how I became a changeling. What about the child I was switched with? What happened to her?
Don't worry, she had the opposite problem to you. She needed to live among the Fae. She was born with a strange, rare disease that humans cannot cure. If she hadn't been switched, she would have died a long time ago. Our parents saved her life, then raised her as their own. Eventually, her birth parents came to find her, and now they're living together in Snezhnegrad.
I see. It all makes sense now. But there's still one thing you haven't explained.
I meant exactly what I said. I don't like you.
But why?
No reason.
So we're back to this? If you won't tell me, I'll have to guess my... Celino?
Oh, good guess. But I wouldn't call it jealousy. By the time our parents came up with a solution for you and sent you off to live with the humans, I was already tormented by visions. If I'd been born just a few years later... How cruel fate can be. Mom and Dad would sneak over to Nodcry to see you sometimes. They talked about you non-stop. Even that human child got more attention than me. I came with them once, to Nodcry. When I saw you there in the distance, living your carefree life, I was torn apart by jealousy. Did no one ever consider how I felt? What was I to them? A reject? All of this led to me deciding, a long time ago, that when you were old enough, I'd come pay you a visit. My plan was to tell you the truth about everything. And I know. What kind of horrible person would want to do that to someone?
Then why did you hide from me? You really want me to keep guessing?
It was because I found out the image of you I'd built up in my head. Of happy-go-lucky Linnea, spoiled by her parents and coddled by fate. I overheard you and Speranza talking about your past. Desperately trying to hide the truth about who you were. Somehow getting by with a ragtag bunch of kids in the conch gang. You described it so nonchalantly, but it was eating me up inside. In that moment, I didn't want to see you suffer, and I couldn't go on resenting you, and just wanted to hold you tight and tell you everything will be fine, that you still have a family.
Hey, sis. You're really not cut out to be a villain. So much for making me suffer, huh? Now you're the one crying and I have to comfort you. But I understand now. That feeling you had, it wasn't resentment. I've always wondered about my real family. I'm so glad you were willing to see me, sis.
Thank you. All of you.
Don't mention it. Paimon thinks it's always best to get everything off your chest.
You're right, Paimon. Hey, Celino. I was wondering, how did you end up with a Radiant Bladehorn as your partner?
We met that time when Mom and Dad brought me to see you in Nodcry. Hemus was still a baby then. Must have gotten separated from his parents. I ended up looking after him for a while. I suppose our friendship was preordained. Just like my upcoming victory in this competition. An immutable crossroads in the flow of fate.
Immutable?
You're welcome to try to fight it, if you want. Prepare to experience just how cruel. Leave this competition and fly somewhere far away. I promise you, something will happen to force you right back. Or if you prefer, you could go all out and try to beat me. But I have both luck and superior strength on my side. It's a goal few will never. The prophecies we see are the meeting points of every possible path. There are many possible roads into the future. But they all lead to the same destiny.
Now that I know the pain of seeing my own fate for myself,
I learned to submit to fate. Since the outcome can't be changed. But what about you, Linnea?
I think I see things different. How about we continue this conversation after the tournament?
All right,
I'll be fine, trust me. It's getting pretty late. We should all get some sleep. You're staying at the flagship too, right? No need to see me out. I'll be fine. Oh, and thanks so much for keeping me company today. Good night.
Traveler, are you awake? Oh, neither can Paimon. Linnea and Celino aren't the only ones with a big day tomorrow. You've got your semi-final match, too. Since we're both struggling to sleep, do you want to head out for a stroll?
Listen up, Lumi. I've seen Celino's Radiant Bladehorn in action, and it isn't just strong. Her best way to exploit both of these traits will be to make her Radiant Blade Horn charge you. You'll have to find a way to dodge the attack.
Linnea!
Sure am. What are you guys doing? Lumi and I were just going over our strategy for tomorrow. Since you're here too, how about letting Aguara join Lumi in some friendly...
Yahoo!
Lure the enemy in and wait for an opening to strike. Yeah, looks like that's my best shot at victory. But Amos is so powerful. Even if we do find an opening, I'm not sure Lumi's even struck. Thanks. Just because I've seen a future where I fail, doesn't mean fate is such a mysterious idea.
What does fate mean to you?
You're in a philosophical mood, huh? Well, I don't know if I'm the best person to... I just learned who I really am. Besides, I'm an advisor, remember? It wouldn't be very...
Relax. I'm just curious.
Alright, well... I think that knowing the future is a pretty lousy deal. But then, life's full of lousy situations. When I was a kid, my greatest suffering came from not knowing. I didn't know how my parents would react when I told them the truth. I didn't know where to go when they left. Back then, I actually wanted to know the future. I dreamed of a day that fate would send me a sign. I just wanted some clear guidance on what I should do, but fate didn't show me anything. It was my own stubborn will that got me through. Turned out that the only person I could rely on was me. I've always known what it's like to be terrified of the unknown.
Yahoo! Training session? Feels like these two are really forming a close bond.
All right, I think we're as prepared as we can be. Tomorrow, we're gonna face our fate.
Is everybody ready? Our contestants are ready and raring to go. On the one side, we have the Traveler and her partner Aguara. And on the other side, we have Viliana and her partner Gornyisen.
You can do it, Aguara!
We have a winner!
Great job, Aguara! Hey, Traveler, Linnea and Selena are up next. Come on, let's cheer them on!
Looks like our contestants and their partners are in position. On the one side, we have Linnea and her partner, Lumi. And on the other side, we have Selino and her partner, Amos. Buckle up, folks. The semifinals are about...
Yahoo!
You can do it, old boss!
Go get him, Linnea!
Charge, Amos! Don't panic, Lumi! Remember your training? I'm right here. Ready?
Yahoo!
Now jump!
Yahoo!
Attack!
Yahoo!
Stop her!
This is the will of fate. It was over before it began.
Lumi! Lumi! Huh? Oh? You wanna come with me? Let's go then. The wide world awaits.
Don't worry, Hemus. Victory will be ours.
You were amazing! I didn't know you could... You know, you look a little different after absorbing all that geo. Wait a sec! Could that be it? Linnea! Are you guys a rat traveler? Paimon, come... I figured out why Lumi is different from other Jack Frost! After all the theories I've looked into, it turns out there was one possibility that never... What if Lumi wasn't born different at all? What if it's all a consequence of her diet? Surely ingesting large amounts of rare ore could explain the development of her geo-features. I mean, just look at fiships! Depending on their element, fiships can look wildly different. But from a biological perspective, they're still considered the same species. Lumi, you don't have to wait for evolution to catch up at all. You just have to find another Jack... I'm so happy you unleashed your full power, Lumi! If you hadn't pushed yourself...
Linnea. Why did you hold back?
What do you mean? If Lumi had landed that hit, you and Hemus would have been in serious danger.
Even so, when that hammer started to fall, the future I once saw went blank before my eyes. Did fear cause me to see a false vision? Or did she truly cheat fate for a brief moment? What does it matter? In the end, the pull of fate exerted its force all the same. The prophecy came to pass as surely as the sun rises in the morning.
What's on your mind, sis?
I just think it's a shame. You gave your all in that battle, but it didn't change a thing. Whatever path you take, it always leads to the same place.
Celino, do you remember the question that you asked me? I told you I'd give you my answer after...
I remember. And I'd still like to know what you...
You told me. There are many possible roads into the future, but they all lead to the same destination in the end. Well, maybe fate will always lead us toward the same destination, but I never cared much about the outcome. I just want to walk my own... So, even if I was destined to lose... And even if my ship ends up at the bottom of the ocean, I'm not gonna let that stop me from sailing it to every corner of the world. If all people care about our outcomes, then why doesn't everyone give up on happiness and love? But my feelings, my thoughts, everything I've seen... Lumi, sounds like you...
Linnea, ignorance really is bliss.
Even when we're scared and uncertain, it's important to face the truth. You sure about that? 'Cause if I...
How I envied your cheerful optimism when I first saw you. Now you've witnessed your fate and experienced fate. Perhaps I was wrong from the start. The difference between us was never about knowledge of our destinies.
Selino, you okay?
Actually, I claimed the victory promised to me by fate. And you found your answer. A truth that transcends fate itself.
Sounds like I got the sweeter deal overall. But hey, mine and Lumi's journey isn't over yet. So enjoy your victory, Selino. But don't get complacent. Otherwise, my partner here might just take it back from you one day.
That little thing?
That plus our special bond. Let's go, partner. This time it's my turn to help. So, Aguara comes from Natlan, right? If we're gonna train hard, we should do it there. There's plenty of natural phlogiston around, which will help keep the little ones still. Let's go!
Quick, under the umbrella, or you'll get soaked. You can't risk catching a cold, because it might turn into something more serious. And if that happens... I can't go...
All
Shut
right,
up!
let's finish this fast.
Whirling snow! Crush! I condemn you! More speed.
Hello, Natlan! I'm back! Give me a moment to set up the tent. I bought this one the last time.
Oh, we'll lend you a hand.
Now then, Aggie, it's time for you to learn one. Watch closely. Lumi, do the honors.
Linnea, you seriously think Aguara can use a giant jeep?
From what I've seen, Aguara's fighting style isn't that dissimilar to Lumi's. They both use agility to set up their opponents while searching for opportunities to attack. But Aguara isn't strong enough to break through Hemus's defenses. He needs a weapon to level the playing field. Aguara will need to channel... Don't worry. It's normal to fail on the first. You'll get the hang of it. Feels like I blinked and 2 whole days went by. I've heard it said that people can find their fates by studying the stars. I guess that means that I could really do with some sleep. Good night, you guys.
slit really well. Huh? Whoa! Look at all this grapefruit! Wow! When did you learn? Yahoo!
Are you saying you had help from another Saurian?
Alright! Now that Aguara's mastered Lumi's secret weapon, it's time to head back to Notcry! Looks like we should get back just in time for the finals!
More speed. This realm... If you ever have any questions about the realm...
Oh, when I was complete... Aw, you really know how to make me feel. Don't you worry. I love it here. Not at all. I think what makes this place so special is the fact that it was built personally. If I were to start nitpicking, I certainly wouldn't.
Oh! Adequate. Well, the grass, there aren't as many butter, and I can't hunt freely here like out there. And no drunk, so...
Shudder!
So, that guest from Natlan inspired your new hymn?
I was practicing outside the city and had just finished a high note when I saw a fluffy tail drooping. For a moment, I thought I'd seen a wild beast. But upon closer inspection, it was just Miss Shalonen.
Wasn't Shalonen taking naps in the library before? Why'd you switch back to trees again?
Well, she said she was worried about disturbing others by sleeping in the library.
Oh, don't you worry, Miss Barbara. I doubt your voice could ever disturb anyone.
She's just so nice. Even though she was yawning the whole time, she gave me tons of useful suggestions. It's just a shame we don't have a dance-off stage in Mondstadt. Then we could use it to... Really? Oh, that's wonderful. But before that, let me polish off this new hymn to the Ant Traveler. Paimon, remember to come listen to me sing.
And that won't be a problem.
But I almost never...
The way I see it, anyway, it's almost time for confession. If you'll excuse me. Well, Cardinal Seamus is back at the cathedral, as you might have heard. It's not every day that an opportunity to confess to him comes around. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Cardinal Seamus? Oh, right! He's that Cardinal of Daybreak guy Vark was talking about. The one who went with him on his expedition to Paimon heard that the expedition members were heading back to Mondstadt, but she didn't expect them to be back so soon.
Yes, he's my father. Jean's too.
May the Animo Archon protect you, Deacon Dahlia. It has been some time since we last met.
You are the closest to our god here in the Church of Favonius. I would be honored to have you hear it.
I suspect that I am in truth furthest away. How else would I be able to see his divine glory in...
Is that so?
I believe that Barbados, in his mercy, will not allow the hurricane to sweep through Mondstadt. Amidst...
Well, you certainly did that. But the wind...
Of course. And it's not as if the wind that blows through that land is Favonian in nature. We seem to have visitors outside. Deacon...
Indeed. In a way, though, I suspect I'm better suited than she is to be the first to see.
Deaconess Barbara is a diligent sister. May the Animo Archon protect her as well.
Could you not tell her yourself, sir?
I have thought about this as well, Deacon Dahlia. But a wind that has been away from home so long must take its time to find the flowers it wants.
So, the first...
I went home as soon as I could. But Jean was working overtime at the Knight's headquarters, and Barbara had already gone to the cathedral, so...
Bless me, Animo Archon, for I have sinned. It has been 2 weeks since my last confession. I just lied to Deaconess Barbara, hiding the truth that Venti is in fact Barbados from her.
You can tell her the truth, you know. Himself.
I actually did. But she warned me that I'd be picking every last weed from the cathedral's front lawn if I said that again. Maybe.
For the sake of our bond as parent and child, perhaps it might be best if Barbados revealed that truth to the faithful in person.
5 days ago, I offended the Archon by accidentally losing to Venti in a game of Genius Invocation TCG. According to the rules we set, if he won, I would treat him to a drink. But if he lost, he'd treat himself to 2 drinks, as...
I am sure you upheld the virtue of honesty with regard to this.
Indeed I did. Following his victory, I confessed to him right there and then.
May he absolve us all, especially Charles. Out of any of us, he offends our Archon the most.
Finally, I confessed to an act of laziness that took place.
Should you not, therefore, be confessing to day drinking as well?
No, I myself did not drink wine. Sister Rosaria drank double, and Charles served me some juice on the...
The sin of drinking immoderately in the day, then. What about Deaconess Barbara?
She had finished plucking the weeds by the time we returned, and had already made a start on wiping the windows. I brought her some juice.
And you and Sister Rosaria observed the principle of kindness and generosity?
We did. Sister Rosaria and I finished the...
Thank you. If word had reached Frederica that...
Well, a shame that she's still out on her mission, so she can't come to see you right now.
All right. In that case, copy the Favonian liturgy 3 times and the Proverbs...
May he protect us all. That said, are you also unaware of Miss Frederica's whereabouts? I recall that you and Mr. Varka set off for Nodcry together. Ah, by the way, I must also confess, I'm asking this on Deaconess Barbara's behalf.
Perhaps Varka might know. But considering how dangerous things were in Nodcry, I doubt he had time to keep track of her whereabouts either. The letters we exchange mostly contain pleasantries, but it comforts me to know that she is well. I sent word of this home so Barbara knows as well. I would say that Jean would know Frederica's whereabouts best, but she shoulders...
I believe you need not worry, Cardinal. By the Animo Archon's grace, the 1,000 winds that blow throughout the world shall all return to us.
Indeed. Any Mondstadter who leaves their windows open inviting the company of the wind shall be guided towards eventual reunion. Let the wind lead according to his blessings. Now, if I may be so bold, would you hear my confession?
Sorry to keep you all waiting. Would you like to go to confession as well, Miss Barbara?
Oh, I'll be fine. My worries are quite small. Nothing worth bothering the Cardinal about. Anyway, I'm off. My sister's waiting back home. I should be helping her cook. See you, Traveler, Paimon, Dahlia. I'll invite you all over to listen to the hymn once it's complete.
That's kind of weird. Isn't the Cardinal her dad? Why does she refer...
Well, we are standing in front of the Favonius Cathedral right now. Perhaps Miss Barbara believes that her identity as Deaconess takes precedence. If you were to go in and ask him right now, you'd likely get a similar answer. But in the world outside, well, I suppose all we can do is let the wind lead.
The final is about to begin. Contestants, please take your positions.
Oh, it's finally here! Aguara!
It's all up to you now, partner. You've done the hard yards in training. Now, go out there. It's time to write your name in lights and show the world how hard we've worked.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is finally over. It's time for the... You'll be very familiar with our contestants by now. Celino and her partner, the radiant Bladehorn Hamus, who seized their place in the final after a hard-won victory. Then we have the Traveler and Aguara. This little Tapetlasaur might not look like the most ferocious beast, but this duo have fought courageous. Who will be crowned champions today? In a few short moments, we will find out.
Back from training camp? Then let's do this.
You've got this, Aguara. Don't...
Impressive.
Hamus, summon Animo energy on your horn, and then charge!
Now you see what you're up against. Hiding underground are...
Keep charging, Hamus! Jolt him out of the hole! Hamus, are you all right?
Now, you see... Hiding underground, are we?
Keep charging, Hemus! Jolt him out of the hole! Hemus, are you all right? Hemus, summon animal.
Now, you see what you're... Hiding underground.
Keep charging, Hemus! Jolt him out of the hole! Hemus, are you all right? Now, Hemus, march to victory and leave no—
Predictable.
Aguara hit her right in the belly! But it didn't seem to do anything.
It was the obvious move. Hemus was well prepared for an attack like that.
Come on! Time to put that training into practice!
Interesting.
Hemus! We showed them no mercy!
Dude! That little munchkin's got some style!
It's a trip to the hot springs if you win.
Hemus, full tilt! Aguara, charge!
Get to it!
Take that!
Hemus has lost the strength to fight on. It's all over, folks. The champions are the Traveler and her partner Aguara.
So, you did superbly, Hemus. Get some good. Seems I underestimated your little partner.
What did I say? Told you my partner would help me settle the score.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a short break to give our finalists a moment to recover. But don't go too far, because we'll be back very... Thank you to our contestants for your amazing performances. Now we'll be interviewing our 4 top finishers. First up, it's our champions. We can all see that Aguara is still a young slip of a Tapetlosaur. And yet, the fiercest of enemies couldn't stay. I see. It sounds like behind every champion is a dedicated group of supportive friends. I'm sure we're all looking forward to even more spectacular performance. Next, we have our runner-up, Celino. Let me start by asking, what's next for you and Hemus? Will the two of you keep adventuring together in the future?
No, Hemus doesn't belong with me. I'm hoping that soon I can set him free to roam the wild. And of course, since he's so friendly towards humans, I do hope any adventurers who run into Hemus in the future won't mistreat.
Sounds like Hemus is a real freedom lover. If we have any adventurers in the crowd, please keep your eyes peeled and make sure not to hurt our friendly, radiant... Moving on now, we have some more familiar faces from the semifinals. This first question is for Linnea. During your match against Celino, you jumped in to stop your own partner Lumi's rampage, costing you a certain victory.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't regret it even a little bit. But who wouldn't? All we can do is live our best life, and overall, I had a really great time in this competition. I found my long-lost family, and we really care about one another.
Inspiring words from Linnea. Now it's time for our final interviewee. Please welcome Viliana from Snezhnegrad. Anything you'd like to share with the crowd?
Well, I've been really loving Nodcry. There's so much to see and do. I'm planning to stick around.
Great. Enjoy your stay, Viliana. Well, folks, we've heard from all four of our... Thank you to everyone who took part in the Spirit Envoy Championship. We hope to see you next time.
Linnea, I gotta get going. I'll make sure. Without me around, your prophetic abilities will be slow to develop.
I'm sure you already know how I'm going to respond, sis. I'm not afraid to know the future. All that scares me is the prospect of a life without you.
I know. Well, and when you're ready, come visit us in the tundra. I'll give you the address.
Thanks, Celino.